Not even going to make it easy for a tier 1 tower. Oh,
Oh no, he got the deny.
that's 2 denies, by the way. So
That's too bad.
oh, they put out the weave, and Newbee just instantly peace out. Oh, they're missing. They want to fight. Let's get the hell back. They played extra safe.
Oh, they smoked. Interesting. I guess they were already smoked behind the behind Arteezy Razor.
S4 instantly sees a Viper, but they're not too distracted by it. They're still smoked, but Newbee are not going to be going out anytime soon. Bottom of the lane is the only area that's safe. Outside the other door, on the bottom of the world, away from anywhere a secret could be.
They respond to the denies with another deny. It's like, you're going to deny our towers, we'll deny... Oh no, other way around. You deny your towers, we'll deny ours.
See here how they're able to take down these ancients.
They don't actually have vision of each other right now, yet they're so close.
Very close. Very close. I'm ready for them to breach here. This has been a build-up for quite a while. It could be one and done. Another one and done kind of a game where they're able to go right towards the base and get the job done. Or you go for Roche, maybe bait out an opportunity from Newbee to force him into a fight or a bad spot.
Anybody on Newbee have a smoke? Oh yeah, the Shaker has a smoke. I like the gem pickup on Banana. They realize that they're pretty much going to be 5-manning behind the Dusa for the rest of the game, so the Jakira's fairly safe just to keep the gem on himself.
This is like, they see each other's wards down. They know Secret have vision on this high ground, but they don't want to move in because then S4 can make the jump and grab them. So Newbee are in a very awkward position right now where they know what's going on, but they can't exactly find a good way to get in there without risk putting themselves in a very bad position. Their lanes are beginning to push on in. Rabbit's way far and behind right here with a Ravage, so it's going to be an easy roast right there for Secret. S4 sees if he can dash on in and get a hold of anyone, but Newbee have already forfeited it. So Newbee are in a very defensive state, very passive, just curled up in a ball at this point, maybe hoping to just find some farm and go for a solid defense, and that defense might have to be in their own high ground, unfortunately.
I kind of realized if they were going to take that fight, the Ravage would be useless, and then like what are they without the Ravage? They can't really. They have the Viper Strike, and then they have the Dusa. That's pretty much it. Because the BKBs are coming out on. Actually, all the cores had BKBs on Secret, so there's no way they could have taken that. Maybe the next Roche they can defend, but certainly not that one. I think that was the right choice. Especially as you were saying, with the vision that they had, and they weren't able to de-ward it because Secret was so aggressive and they were afraid of getting jumped on the axe, by the axe.
Feels like that whole big opportunity. I mean, there's not going to be a good opportunity for the jump in Ravage, big Echo combo. People, you know, you think it's easy. Jump in Ravage and Echo and you got the win. There's 3 BKBs on Secret side. They can just easily go golden, boys, and then all of a sudden you're worthless. You've just committed so much.
Yep.
So
you need to bring the BKB cooldowns down, but in order to do that, you have to use the abilities, which mean, and if they lose one more fight, they probably lose the game. So 1 or 2 more fights.
yeah, and at this point, Arteezy hasn't had to use his own BKB. He's got the full fresh 10 seconds on it. Zai's got full 10 seconds on it. They didn't have to take fights. They didn't want to do worthless BKB pops. They've been saving them for this moment. And when you only got 1 Ravage to work with and 1 Echo and 1 set of stun, like, you better make it count, and there's not going to be a good window of opportunity. At this point, Secret's so farmed that they'll get what they want done within that 10-second window. It's just...
Absolutely.
It's going to be rough here for Newbee. I mean, they don't get much done in the base, but they're just adding the pressure there, and then they pull back. It's like suffocation right now for Newbee.
Viper has really fallen off. He was at a point where he was just like a menace. Extremely tanky, hard to kill, dishing out like a lot of damage, and being a bait for these team fights. But now he's just, I mean, he has the same amount of HP, pretty much, that he had 10 minutes ago, except he's got a Manta style now. So he needs a few more items before he can actually start tanking up again. And I think that Secret's so snowballed at this point that he probably won't be able to get them unless something miraculous happens. At which point the Dusa will just be super farmed and probably win the game.
So with that, Newbee are able to move down and finally get rid of that pesky ward on the high ground. Though the Roche has already been done, the value of that vision isn't too important to Secret for now, so they're still full in control on what they want to do. Zai pulls all the way on back here, but he's the Aegis holder. So with that bit of confidence and now 2k gold farmed up, what do you farm here for your Bristleback at this point? You already got your Sage and Yashin, your BKB, your defenses are all together. Does he now pick up something maybe like an AC to add a little bit of that minus armor? Additional minus armor out there already on top of his goo and the Dazzle ultimate?
AC would be really good, but I have a feeling that Arteezy wants the AC because S4 could have gone for it, but he picked up the Shivas. So I have a feeling in their Skype chat or whatever, their Arteezy or S4 was like, "Oh, should I get an AC?" And Arteezy wanted to get one. Otherwise, I think S4 would have picked up the AC. So I'm assuming that Zai is gonna get something else. But what? That's a good question.
Well, I'm sure they're going to get something. One of them's going to get it, and it's going to be a bigger benefit to their team.
Yeah.
They don't really need much more of a benefit at this point. Newbie, I mean, look at them. They don't know. If we look at their view, it's like we can see the top rune area. That's it. We don't know what the hell's going on anywhere else. We're just sitting inside where it's safe. If we go out there, if we go outside of our bubble, the bad guys are going to get us. That's just what it feels like. They're just waiting. They can't do anything in secret or taking all the farm off the map. All of it.
Heart may not be bad on Bristle. Alternatively, he could go for the AC and Arteezy could get the refresher. It really depends on what. It doesn't matter all that much because they're all like extremely farmed at this point. But I think they need one.
It looks like they take that ward and put it right back. So they'll leave it up. I mean, I don't know if that's like a foreseeing into the future that they're just going to stall out again and wait for the next Roche before they really end it and get themselves into the base. There is the DD, the good old magical mighty rune, which could be a game changer itself. This is Secret's game at their pace. If they want to get rid of it, then so be it. But for now, it feels like they're in full control, and when they want to look to execute, it's on their call.
Medusa's got the butterfly finish now, so effective HP increased by like, I don't know, like 1,000 or something. Ridiculous. So that's really good. And damage too. The damage is absurd, especially when he gets the meta style. That's could be a game changer in these team fights, especially if he baits one of the manta illusions, which he'll have soon enough.
It would be enough though. It's gonna be tricky. I mean, she's gonna need the armor, or what she can get. I mean, with the goose coming out, the weave will probably be deployed on her head. And you always have Arteezy there sapping away whatever bonus damage she's trying to get for herself. So it's going to be tricky. But if Medusa does have the opportunity, if Hal gets himself in a good position, maybe on top of the hopeful big Ravage Echo Slam with BKBs maybe already down or not in an optimal point, then maybe she can unload the right click. But it would only be like the beginning. They would need to make like 2 or 3 big fights to really take this game back.
Yeah, I mean it's possible. It's definitely in the realm of possibility, especially with players like this skilled. But mathematically speaking, with like all the items they have, it's very, very difficult. It requires like pristine execution, especially with S4 is gonna get a Heaven's Halberd soon. Dusa doesn't get BKB, so Dusa's just gonna be disarmed for the entire team fight, and Viper can't dish out enough damage to justify disarming him.
Looks like a Basher is going to be the choice here for Zion as Bristleback. I'm actually getting a little bit of lag. I don't know if you're experiencing this as well. Oh boy. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, sorry. I have apparently my internet did a hiccup, so the stream will have to go down back up, and I'm reconnecting back into the game. I hope I'm not missing much. Am I?
No, nothing happened. Okay. Nothing happened at all.
All right, well we're back and we're live. We're all good to go. Sorry everyone. Apparently my Time Warner cable wanted to have a bit of a slip up here, but we're back in it, and sure enough, nothing has happened. So don't worry. Sorry about that brief moment. You can picnic and go crazy all you want, but we're back at it. 11 to 10, still Secret. Well in dominance here. You can see it's just been a subtle climb all the way up to a 15k net worth lead. About 40 minutes in, it's only been 21 kills. Not the most action-packed, but more technical here. Secret have been holding a commanding lead through the game, and they are not letting go of anything. They're not giving Newbee any sort of easy opportunity, and have pretty much herded them like sheep back up into their own base. Not feeling comfortable enough to even go out and find the bits and scraps of farm. So, and
interesting that an 11 to 10 game is so intense just because they have so much respect for each other. They're so scared, both teams.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They know that if one slip up by either team, you're either allowing Newbee to come right back into it, because I imagine if they are to take this one fight, there's going to be one hell of a rubber band that could bounce back the other way. And if Hao, let's say, picks up a double, triple kind of a kill, maybe gets a bounty here and there, then he's going to have the next big item instantly. And then your next fight becomes a little bit more difficult. And then a little bit more difficult. Next thing you know, it's Newbee on the swing back. So Secret also, they got to also make sure they do this at the right time. But Roche is up. They actually did stall all the way from run Roche to the next one. Remember last time they got the Roche, they, I believe, cleaned out the last outer tower and then did some damage to the tier 3 inside the base. That's how timid both teams took the whole Aegis phase. But, oh, MKB. Oh, so that butterfly on Hao is now no problem here for your Bristleback.
Razor did go for the refresher. Interesting. That's a really good reason to.
Oh, they go for the D ward, but S4 gets a hold of it and jumps in. That's how cautious you have to be. Oh, the dunk goes out, but it's not enough. Stone Gaze to zone them back. And Secret now, with that, they do sacrifice their BKB, but I think they got to feel a lot more confident if they want to go for the Roche here. No Stone Gaze up. That's not too shabby, but we'll see if that's going to be the call, and sure enough it is. So with that, Secret go in, they'll do their Roche, they'll get their Aegis, and they probably charge right towards the Newbee base.
Ravage is still up, Echo Slam is still up. Arteezy and Zai do have their BKBs though, and S4 probably won't have his BKB for the next fight, so this may be the only window of opportunity they have, even though there's going to be a cheese and an Aegis. I don't know if they'll have another window of opportunity. It's not just like 20 minutes from now in the super late game.
That's going to be rough. Pause will fly out here, unfortunately, but the Aegis holder is going to be Bristleback once more. And with that BKB, he can get the most optimal damage out there. Bristleback and Medusa, two fighters who love a long-winded fight, and getting more and more out of the quills and out of the ultimate, and, well, now he can get more pot shots in with that MKB. Cheese is going to be in the hands of Arteezy, so now he can really get into the mix with that, but it looks like it's just a pause. No one said why, but it did come out from the Team Secret side. So you're thinking that Newbee, they need to fight now, even into the Aegis, that this is their best chance to kind of make something happen, maybe go for a flank kind of a play and catch him off guard? I
think it's their best chance, minus some time, and I mean they could stall out for 20 minutes and fight when the Aegis and Cheese don't really matter, and when you have a Hao with like a rapier. So I think, but I don't think they'll get to that point, honestly. So I would argue this is probably their best chance.
All right, so we'll see if Newbee feel the same way, as Hao continues to just farm up what he can through the jungle. Same goes for Moo here, who had been pretty much stuck in a position after getting his Manta style and holding this Vipe booster, not really developing too much more after the Viper. It's clearly more all in the back of Hao's Medusa at this point. So we'll see here. S4 finally got to use his BKB, or actually no, he did use it once before, but takes it down another notch, 8 seconds, still plenty of time to work with here, and it looks like he's still got the early makings of the halberd he wants to put together. That could definitely do problems onto Medusa, who did not go the Lincoln's build, mind you, so she will be nerfed significantly if he gets a hold of that.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, we see here, they're going to cross over to the side shop. Secret nearby. No vision there for Newbee. Same goes for Secret. They don't see each other.
Regeneration.
Oh. They dance close, but man, they can't commit. S4 scouts out Moo, but doesn't know who else is nearby. Makes the ping call. They might go for it here. Arteezy leading out the charge. Not S4. Maybe looking for S4 to have the follow-up, but yeah, but he's still getting big damage from it.
Yeah, that's 260 damage, man. Rapier damage.
Time to go in. Maybe he uses that damage right now. We'll see. Oh, this is going to be one and done. It's going to be a defensive weave called out from Puppy. And now they begin to soak it on in. Zai, mind you, has the Aegis, but it's going to be the jump on the Sanshing here from S4, and he's able to take him down, mano-y-mano. Hao's able to pop out the Stone Gaze, and Zai's able to turn his back. They walk away, look away. Stolen Stone Gaze now going to be used from Kuroki the other way, and now it's going to be Secret looking to unleash. The Ravage was called out. Kuroki, is he able to get in and maybe potentially snag it? Zai comes back with a second life, and Hao goes down. The big dunk flies through. S4, wicked sick. Moo. Manta's the last second, but it's not enough. Buyback now has to come out from Hao. He's looking to get re-engaged, and here comes the rotation back from Newbee. Still a tier 3 stands after all is said and done. Secret pull away, and I mean, they win the fight. It's, well, look at that. It's going to be 5 for 1 with the 2 buybacks, but still no structures take down.
At the very least, Aegis is down, Cheese is down, and the BKBs are getting lower and lower. So there's potential there for getting off a better Ravage, or a good Ravage, maybe even a double Ravage. I mean, he's probably building towards the Refresher next, and he's got 2,500 gold to boot. So
Man,
there's
man.
that's even with that many people dying, that still went better than you probably could have hoped for, because their towers just didn't die.
So, Secret, we got to think what we do from here. We expended a lot, but so did Newbee. S4 made the jump there onto Sansheng and took him out of the mix before he could get anything off. So I suppose they do still have an Echo Slam if they can make some plays happen from here, given that Secret don't have that Aegis any longer. But I don't know. That's a bit of a tall order here, but nonetheless, they might have stalled this game out even further at this point. But the pauses continue. And, well, I can see we have a whole new audience tuning in. I know our game has probably taken longer than most. With all these pauses, it's driving me mad. But here we go. We're going to get back and underway here. Secret versus Newbee. Obviously, Secret, the huge favorites coming into this one. I mean, a month ago or whatever, you wouldn't think if you put Newbee against Secret, it would be like 80-20 odds. But sure enough, it is.
Rares would be one for sure.
But I guess Newbee are making him sweat it out. I'm still not convinced quite yet that Newbee really have enough to breach and take it back towards Secret. It would take a couple of pretty significant fights, and if Secret want to, they could just starve out Newbee even further, stall out a bit more, and maybe wait for the next Roche. And Newbee, they consider maybe contention.
Yeah, they definitely want to take this next Roche fight. The Deuce is getting pretty gargantuan. Going for the MKB next, or Rapier, but I presume it's the MKB, considering the Heaven's Halberd pickup, and Razor might go for Butterfly, maybe Heaven's Halberd on Bristleback. That could be a Rapier.
Make
We'll
it
see,
a
I guess.
Rapier. Just make it a Rapier already. How else are you gonna do it, buddy? Just get the good old DR together and really hit it home onto Secret, and that could be their final hurrah. If it was Havost, it was Illidan, why not? So we'll see if that is going to be the choice, or like you said, the MKB. But for now, Puppy lays down a nice little lane ward, and Rabbit, okay, he makes himself forced to the low ground to TP away from any sort of trouble. Zyvri briefly scouts him out, but really can't do a lot to stop him, especially if he's not close enough to hit him with that MKB. So more or less, Secret continue to farm from top to bottom here. As far as net worth, though, you can see Medusa's actually taking the top right now, 23K. But then right thereafter is, of course, S4's Axe, Razor, and then, of course, that will leave Zai's Bristleback. So more or less all Secret with the exception of just Medusa, the lone hope for Newbee.
This poor Viper, man, he's had the Vitality booster for about 20 minutes now. Hasn't been able to finish up his heart, or, you know, whatever he was building with that.
There's just no farmer resources out there, and whatever there
No.
is, they got to give it to How.
It's going to Dusa.
Mm-hmm. Medusa, she's got the hammer. The hammer in addition to her demon sword, so just stack it on the damage, it looks like, at least for now.
Wait a minute, yeah,
That's been interesting. Maybe just valuing the extra damage boost, knowing that any moment Secret could just go for the jugular. There's going to be the jump in from S4, trying to get Sansheng again. Gaze is going to be popped. The dunk already comes on out, and S4 gets what he wants done. And now Arteezy, frozen solid, looking to go into the mix. And the pull is right in the middle of the fight. Are you kidding me? A bit of lag, unfortunately, it says here for Newbee. Puppy, no surprise, not too happy about it.
Oh, no.
But as it looks right now, Arteezy still standing. He's currently sapping up what is a lump
Arteezy
sum of
drained
damage.
196 damage from Dusa when that was paused, or when that was lagging. That is so unfortunate, because he was just stone gazed getting hit by Dusa.
Oh man, oh man. Okay, well, here we go. Banana there and behind. Needs 4 more seconds for a follow-up ice path. This BKB, a couple of seconds left. Very awkward stuff, but hey, look who's back and behind. Rabbit has a Ravage at the ready here. This could be Newbee's chance, but look who's waiting on the sideline as well. Kuroki's there. could steal that Ravage if he jumps in. This is going to be very interesting. Okay. Arteezy looks to walk away, continuously draining out that damage. BKB is still active here. Ravage jumps forward, gets out the Ravage. It gets stolen instantly from Kuroki, and now they're waiting, holding it for now. Arteezy goes back in. Shallow Grave going to be popped. There's the Ravage that was stolen. It gets connected. But here's Hao, still alive, pushing him back out. Secret got to walk away from this one. Instant telekinesis lift as Rabbit's able to jump on forward. Kuroki, though, gets slowed down. Scotty! Gem hits the deck. Newbie put up a solid defense, and it's Secret now on the way out. They only lose their tier 3 when it's all said and done. And look at this. That is a 6-7K bonus lead right now for Newbie. The slowest dip, but it's a start.
Well, we said it that he could do it. We said Hao could do it, and he's. I mean, this is the start. This is the start of doing it. This is definitely what they need. Looks like he's going for the BKB into Rapier or BKB into Monkey King.
All right.
Finally getting a tower.
Are they making it go? Look who's behind. Oh, S4 almost got a hold of the Courier with another dunk, but couldn't get it. Now he has to pop his BKB and looks to go forward towards Yao, but he's actually got to run. Hao is going to slowly wear him down. There's Sansheng, catches him with the stun, forced forward. Now the Manta Illusions up in the head are going to be slowing him down even further. But luckily, he could soak up a damn hit of damage. This guy can take a licking and keep on kicking. I tell you what, S4 gets the hell out of there, and Newbie will pull away. Oof.
Jeez. They're probably so happy that they took out a tower there. Finally.
Very questionable pause, unfortunately, in the midst of that fight as far as what the hell was happening. But
definitely,
Newbie are able to at least hold off for now. Secret, they got to get that Roche. Roche, a new timer will pop up momentarily. Having the benefit of that would certainly help out in another go towards that mid lane to finish off what they started. And for Newbie, now they got to feel a bit more confident about maybe putting in contention. I mean, now they got the refresher complete on Rabbit. Double Ravage in order. Speaking of refresher, S4 picks one up himself. Double Dunkins, double Halberd, double BKB, double everything. Double Shivas. All right.
That's an interesting pick, but I mean, on Axe at this point in the game, what else would you go for? Like, it's smart. I think the Kuroki, I think it was on Lifestealer, he kind of pioneered this BKB refresher thing. I know a lot of people did it with Razor, but Kuroki started doing it on just like random heroes like PA and Lifestealer. Just to like 10-second BKB at all levels, it's insane, and you just refresh everything else too.
They still haven't been able to throw together that AC though, which could also be super helpful. It looks like Arteezy's trying to get one together. He has the plate mill and about 1900 gold. But that could have certainly been very useful in some of these engagements with the extra benefit from a little bit extra minus armor. Well, we're going to have another pause. Apparently we have more lag. Yes! Fantastic. So just a reminder, folks, what wave is this? We're in heat number 6, and we still got 2 more games to go for today. Blaze is going to be joining me for the next 2, and should be a jolly old time. But for our matchup at hand here, it's still Secret versus Newbie. And, well, we'll see. Do you think Newbie would be the smart choice for them to contest this Roche and make a go, or do they continue to slow play it until Medusa has built up that said Rapier, and then tries to go for another high ground defense?
I think they bait out the BKBs, waste the Echo Slam if you have to. Sure, they'll BKB, and then you try to double ravage them. I think that's what you do. You need to make use of the refresher orb, because the Dusa can do enough damage if they get off the stuns. He just needs the people to be locked down, and they can definitely contest Roche. It's all about baiting the BKBs. Unfortunately, Axe has the refresher, so he's actually going to have a second BKB, probably for the Ravages after the first one's baited. So.
Ready, Freddy, says both of them, and we'll give it another go. So with that, Rabbit already farming out these ancient stacks. The Roche timer is pretty damn small. Good for us. We can get action right away. So with that, about 10 more seconds. We'll see. Newbie already have the upper hand being so close. There's no ward up there, as they do have the gem on hand to scout out and see. If you look at Secret's vision, you can see they are going to be completely in the dark as far as the side of the Newbie map. For the Newbie side, they need to get someone behind enemy lines here and maybe provide that bit of vision. So it looks like Moo's on the job. He'll move on forward here, but the pings are already out. So we'll see if Newbee tried to get in there first. Unfortunately, they don't have that good luck of getting a DD by it, but they'll take the bounty. Uh-oh. Look at Secret here. They smoke up.
Radiant's
They're
bottom
going into
tower
the Newbee
is under
woods.
attack.
This is going to be interesting because Newbee already coming out from the Secret side here. They could end up meeting each other by the Secret shop. Zai's looking to come in, scouts him out, moves forward, BKB, and gets a hold of Hao. Hao's going to be forced to BKB and pop the Stone Gaze, and there goes S4. They're trying to move away from the Medusa. Now they turn back, but they're eating a lot of right-click damage. Follow-up, Ravage is going to be there. Ravage stolen, but the second one, Echo Slam. And he goes down. Sansheng, double kill for him. Puppy locked in the corner, but it looks like Newbee are going to be coming out on top of this fight. And a Roche is going to be available for grabs. Newbee are on the verge of coming back and going towards Secret. Another big lump sum change. 4,200 gold about. Back the other way. It looks like Hao is, forget the Roche. I'm going bottom. He is running on down there. Maybe seeing if he can at least get a couple of buybacks out, I suppose, on the side of Secret, but how did we come to this point?
My god, they got 2 gems from that too. That's just absolutely massive, especially with a Deuce on your team, man.
There it is. He gets what he wants. The 2 buybacks come out, and they pull away.
That's exactly what they needed to do with the double Ravage. Extremely well played by Rabbit. Just going on the... It's like, oh, holy crap, Bristle's stunned. Like, just Ravage him again right on top of the Rubik. Unfortunately, didn't hit the Axe. Axe died anyway, so... They have 2 buybacks, 4 down, and they're probably going to get Roche. This is looking really good for Newbee.
Secret know this is happening. Do Newbee have the damage to take it down quick enough? Oh, I don't think so. There goes Zai, pops his BKB. Roche is not even down to half life. He goes right for Sansheng. He could be in trouble. Hao steps back, pulls out the Stone Gaze. It actually catches Arteezy. And now Hao's trying to focus fire Zai down. Zai will drop, and now Mu looks to turn back onto Arteezy. Arteezy's in trouble. He's going to be brought down here from the big right-click damage. S4's trying to do something about it. Gets the kill onto Viper, but there goes Arteezy. Now Rabbit and company turn onto S4. S4 drops him. Hao still good and ready. Sansheng back once more, gets the stun off, and they run away from Hao. Now we're in an awkward position here. Kuroki able to jump on in and gets a hold of Sansheng on the other side of the fissure. So he goes down. Hao is going to be the lone survivor, and he is getting the hell out of here. Oh my god, what do I do? He is going towards the side shop, and he doesn't end up getting a TP. He actually is looking to go back towards the Roche. Secret are looking to finish off the Roche now. They don't have anyone but S4 to do the damage, but it looks like that could be enough. Hao's actually blocked out. The stolen fissure from Kuroki keeps him away from the Roche pit. Now he shows up, but they already blink away. Now they're looking for an engagement. Do they throw him up to the high ground? Nope, up and down. Puppy goes to the high ground to get away. The Shallow Grave will save him. And now Rabbit and Hao, hand in hand, head towards Kuroki, who he's going to get his own way out. He's got a TP scroll. He says goodbye. And Secret, well, they walk away. It's an Aegis in hand for Kuroki of all people. But Secret will take it.
What a team fight from Secret. That execution was just pristine. Puppy was forced like 3 or 4 times somebody up to the high ground to save them. The Shallow Graves were excellent. Blocking the Deuce off with the fissure with no vision of him. Mechanically, that was just the team fight was excellent. And
I actually don't mind this pause. I need a second to breathe. Can we just have a moment, for God's sakes? Oh my God. This game went from so passive and calm to like high octane at the drop of a hat. That was a huge turnaround there for Newbee. This all started, I mean, mind you, Secret had total control. Look at that. 25k plus. Woo, as it goes right back down towards the 10k mark already. Cut right in half. Mostly due to Hao. Hao is 5.2k. Where is he at on his buyback? He does have one. He's obviously hold it. But the dream would have been for Newbee to really contest, get a hold of that Aegis, have it, and then maybe go for the Divine Rapier comeback kind of a play. But Secret do a good job contesting even without having everyone involved, and it looks like they might have prolonged this that much further.
so how is whoa, voice cracks. How is 6 slotted at this point? He can still sell the Manta and get a Rapier. He can get a Refresher and put on the Courier. But it'll be interesting to see what he decides to build, because this entire game has been pretty much riding on him being the top net worth. But now his net worth just goes to nothing. Like he doesn't have any more. He's losing room to grow. Whereas Secret still have Actually, Axe is 6 slotted too.
Yeah, it's getting to that point.
Bristle still can sell his magic wand and a blink dagger too.
Back and ready.
Dark light.
Here we go. Secret put down obs up here on the Newbee side. Looks like maybe a future plotting for maybe a push towards the top part of the Newbee map here. And with that, it looks like Tidehunter's going to have not one but 2 Ravages at the ready. And that was definitely a big game changer for them in the last fight. So now we're at that point where these BKBs actually are starting to wither down a bit. Suddenly, S4 has a 5-second BKB. Arteezy, 5 seconds on him. Zai, 7. So not quite as long as it used to be, not quite as luxurious. There's going to be a Ravage that will connect eventually, unless Secret are to get the jump first. So we'll see if they get that opportunity. Newbee are pretty close right now to each other. I keep saying that this could end up being a one and done, but that is definitely not the case. 3 Shivas pop in, make the go, gets a hold of Hal, and they immediately focus fire move. Can they get the dunk off? They can. But now the Stone Gate's going to be popped. They look to run on away. There's going to be the first Ravage follow-up. Second Ravage also going to connect. Zai is immediately going to be taken down, but Puppey at the last second gets off the shallow grave. The stolen Ravage comes out from Kuroki. Banana self-heals to save him at the last second. Zai somehow slipping it away down below, turns the corner, gets the quills off. He's still fine for now. Hunts down Ravage. They get a hold of each other. The supports and Zai go toe-to-toe. Meanwhile, on the other side, look at this. S4 and RTC go right into the base, and they go into the racks. Oh man, Hal, the only lone survivor of Newbee. It was a valiant effort to make the comeback, but it looks like Secret are going to be going right for the jugular. Glyph is going to be popped, but you cannot stop them. Slowly and surely they will crumble down. Still a cheese on hand, but it looks like Newbee are not going to be able to get the win. It was so close, it looked like, but so far. And now Hal, final effort here. S4 is just cool. Right clicks you got, bro. There's my dunk, and it's over. Newbee with that loss, I believe, are going to be done with the DAC. They are going to be stuck in a bottom 4 position. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost certain. And, well, Secret remained to be the one and only undefeated team, now going up to 9-0. Wow.
Team Secret games are always so fun to watch. They always manage to make the games interesting.
I'm going to have a brain aneurysm. I don't know about you. Man, oh man.
Yeah,
Good
that was
stuff.
a lot. That was a lot to process.
A lot of emotions happening there. So with that, I'm just going to go right to a break. I know that this was the last match of this heat, so let's just quickly cut things out, and we can move on with more Dota, because that's what we all need. But Jenkins, this was your last match with me for tonight, so before we go, why don't you just do any quick last shout-outs, and we can wrap things up.
Shout out to my team, Team Leviathan.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Leviathan guys, check them out. They're probably going to be competing and making their way through hopefully the Summit 3, but we'll see. So with that, we'll go. Be back in just a moment.